Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. And before we get started, I want to say thank you all very, very much yet again for hanging out with me the other day on the 3-hour live stream that I did on Monday. It was extremely successful, much more than I was even expecting. Over 11,000 views and all kinds of encouraging comments, great discussion. I highly suggest you check it out. I'll put the link in the description. But basically, we talked about the rumors of the new exclusive third-party games coming to the Switch that were rumored by Laura K. Dell. And we also talked about a bunch of other stuff, my own opinions on matters with Nintendo and things like that. I think you'll really like it. And I did talk about a few things in that stream that I'm going to be doing in the not-too-distant future. I'm going to have Nico on for an interview about Seasons of Heaven. And I also said in the stream that in the future, I'm going to have a developer on in a podcast, and we're going to discuss the technical aspects of what it takes to actually port a game over to a system that maybe has lower power architecture or different API, or how much target specs matter versus API, because I know we've been discussing that a lot on this channel, and there are a lot of armchair, quote-unquote armchair developers out there who have argued with me back and forth, telling me that, oh, it doesn't matter about specs, it's just about API, blah blah blah. So basically, we're going to settle that once and for all with an actual real developer that will tell us the truth, settle all that. Everyone has their own opinions, but guess what? The developers have the best opinion on the matter, right? Because they actually make the games. That was also one of my goals in this channel, was to have developer interviews, and I am in the midst of doing that. So I am proud of that, and I look forward to doing more with you guys in 2017. But what I do want to talk about in this video is Obi-Wan Plays did a video yesterday starting his 12 days of Switchmas, whatever you want to call it, and he's going to be leaking something new about the Switch every single day. And he brought out that the Switch is going to be getting a version of Assassin's Creed Egypt that Ubisoft is working on, and it's going to be basically a direct port from the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions. He of course said this is a legit leak, and he didn't say what his sources are, guys, but he did say that Emily Rogers and Liam Robertson could verify what he's saying as being correct. And then Laura K. Dell on Twitter today verified that she heard the same thing, that the Switch will be getting Assassin's Creed, quote-unquote Egypt, if that is the working title of the game. For those of you keeping score or keeping count, that would make 5 rumored Ubisoft games for the Nintendo Switch. That would be the Mario RPG Rabbids game that we've heard a lot about already, and this Assassin's Creed game now, that makes 2. We've heard that the Switch will be getting For Honor also, that's 3. We've heard Beyond Good and Evil in 2018, that's 4. And lesser known, but still rumored, is that the Switch will be getting a Rayman game as well, on the lines of Rayman Legends, that type of games. That's 5 rumored games coming to the Nintendo Switch from Ubisoft. And of course, that goes along with their already confirmed game, Just Dance 2017 for the Switch. So that's 6 games from Ubisoft, 5 rumored, 1 confirmed so far. So that's really good news if all of those games do come out for the Switch. Or if half of them come out, that's great too. But like we talked about in that stream the other day, the games are the most important thing. So if third-party provide games for the Switch, that's great news for the consumer, for us, the gamers. So I'm really curious to see that Assassin's Creed game on the Switch and see how it compares to the other versions. But if it's based on those versions, I would imagine it's going to look pretty much the same with lower settings. We've been talking about that in detail last week. But yeah, we want to have those games on the system. We don't want to be left out. The Wii U was left out, so we definitely don't want that with the Switch, right? So these are good rumors. We want to see more games, more game announcements. We want to see these games confirmed, hopefully on January 12th. Right now they're just rumored, or at least get some surprise announcements on January 12th. I'm really looking forward to that, and any surprises Nintendo will have for their new IPs as well that are coming to the Switch. And of course, I want to dedicate this video to our wonderful Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, who passed away yesterday. And I really want to say that she meant a lot to me as a child growing up, you know, watching Star Wars and being a huge fan of that series. Everyone looked up to Princess Leia, right? She was the princess. And Carrie Fisher was a really cool person. I really liked her, I really respected her. She had a lot of personal problems with drug abuse and things like that throughout her life. So we're not going to talk about that stuff, obviously. But basically, she died of a heart attack, complications from it. After 3 days, she was in recovery, and then she passed away. So I want to say rest in peace to Carrie Fisher. And, I mentioned on the stream the other day on Monday that The Empire Strikes Back, which came out in 1980, Star Wars Episode 5, is my all-time favorite movie. And I really thought that she actually carried that movie quite a bit, carried it really well. Obviously, you could say that Darth Vader carried that movie the most, which he most likely did. But that's my favorite movie of all time. And if you go back and watch The Empire Strikes Back, I think she did an excellent job in that movie of portraying the changes that were going on in her character in that movie. She started out kind of as reprising her role from episode 4 as this really tough and overbearing, leader, and having that clash with Han Solo with their relationship. And then as the movie progressed, you saw the lighter side of her. You started to see the emotion come through. You started to see the love and the relationship grow between her and Han Solo, the character. And I really thought she did an excellent job in that movie, maybe one of her best that she's ever done in her acting career. And she really carried the movie a lot. She had all the emotions correct, and she had the leadership there, and really showed a great progression of Princess Leia as a character. And I thought she was just excellent in that movie, just spot on, perfect. Now in Return of the Jedi, her role as Princess Leia was much, lessened. It was scaled back big time. And you could tell, her lines were cut short, and she had a lot less screen time. Granted, her big scene was with Luke when they, found out they were brother and sister, and they were talking about that. But overall, The Empire Strikes Back was her crowning achievement, I thought. And she really was an interesting character because she really changed throughout that movie. More so than anyone else that I noticed in that particular movie. And I highly suggest you guys check out The Empire Strikes Back if you want to get a good idea of what Carrie Fisher was like as an actress. She did an outstanding job, and she'll be sorely missed. And all the Star Wars fanboys sure did fall in love with her, didn't they? She was outstanding. We'll all remember her. So Carrie Fisher, we'll miss you very much. And thank you so much for all you've done for the fans and for Star Wars and for all of us. You will be missed. But before we go, I'm going to play some of my favorite lines that Carrie Fisher performed as Princess Leia. So enjoy.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Too short for a stormtrooper.
Some rescue! You came in here, didn't you have a plan for getting out? Somebody has to save our skins. Into the dark, flyboy!
Listen, I don't know who you are or where you came from. From now on, you do as I tell you, okay?
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
You came nothing.
You're braver than I thought.
You needn't worry about your reward. If money is all that you love, then that's what you'll receive.
Your friend is quite a mercenary. I wonder if he really cares about anything. Or anybody.
I just assume he's a woman.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
What? Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder. It helped if I got out of the bush.
What are you doing? We're not actually going into an asteroid field. We're going to get pulverized if we stay out here much longer.
Captain, being held by you isn't quite enough to get me excited.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
I am not a committee!
Says the odds of surviving a direct assault on an Imperial star.
Shut up! No! No, God, it's a trap! It's a trap!
Luke, we've got to go back.
I know where Luke is.
What about those fighters?
Should we just do it?
All right.